Hello and welcome to Home versus House. I'm Lisa and I am back with another video showing you what I call my moody bedroom refresh. And so I've been working on this space for quite a number of weeks to just transform it into what it is. So I thought I would come and just kind of show you the ideas that I was working on here. So when we moved into this home, the walls was this olive green that I actually happen to like. And so I left most of it that way, but I wanted an accent wall. So recently I used some of my navy blue paint that I've used in other rooms of my home, and I created this accent wall to mimic a wallpaper look, but it's a similar thing that I did out in my living room and dining room on an accent wall using white paint, and then the bottom layer was a coral pink or like a salmon pink. And so here I did the same thing, only using navy blue. I did go ahead and paint these two doors of my closet white. I have two small closets on either side. And then here I just have this cork board displaying some of my jewelries that I use regularly. And I really have it out here to show me what I've got. And so when I'm getting ready and I want to accessorize my outfits, it's really easy to see what I have and what color coordinates with my outfit, so I'm not spending any additional time. Over here, I just have this thrifted lamp that I've had for quite some time. I have a pair. I bought them separately, but nevertheless got a pair. And then I bought some white lampshades at Walmart some time back for those. I do have a little fan here because sometimes in the colder weather, when the heat is on, my room is right over the heating system, so it gets pretty warm in here. So I have this little fan to help me out. A trick that I did here is that this little side table, that's also a storage unit, so it's a little chest actually. It's a little bit shorter than the desk that I have on this side, and so I just use some books to elevate the lamp to give it an even look. If we go over to the bed, this navy blue quilt was an Amazon find, and the throw pillows. So back in the spring, I did a video where I made some throw pillows, some spring themed or summer themed throw pillows, and I just have these two sitting here because it's got some of the blue tones that I'm using here, the whites, yellows, and like orangey tones. So it went really nicely with the setup here and the colors. Over here, this is a thrifted desk that I've had for quite a number of years. It's nice and small. This space is not very big, and then it's got some storage on the side that I utilize quite a bit. I just have this thrifted mirror over here that I had spray painted a yellow tone a while ago. I was using it in another area of my home, and I recently bought it here. And so this desk, usually I'm doing some editing of my videos here. Sometimes I've used this to do some work as well. Up above the bed, I have this mirror. So I've had this mirror for quite a bit. This is the second color that I've painted it, and I had it also in another room of my home, and I moved it over here. So the mirror is not necessarily centered. I had to look for the studs. It's a pretty heavy mirror and I wanted to make sure I put it in the studs. And so the studs were a little bit off, but not by much. And so I was able to make it work and still not throw it off too much. Above here, I have another thrifted mirror that originally, when I got it, it was a silver tone and I spray painted it gold. I'm really using a lot of gold tones in my home recently, and so I am, as my daughter would put it, a little gold happy. She thinks that our local arts and crafts store, I'm pretty much buying all the gold paint out of there. So, and she may be right. Down on this dresser, which was also a thrifted dresser that I've had for probably over 7 or 8 years, that I did a thrift flip on, and I switched out the hardware on it. I also painted it this neutral color some time back, as I did with most of the furniture pieces here. And then on it I have a thrifted mirror just to elevate it a little bit. This room is a little bit darker. It sits on the north side of my home, just over my backyard garden. And there's a lot, this is a shaded area in the back there, so this space does not get a lot of lighting, but that's okay, because I actually like it that way. These two wall sconces on either side, I showed this in a recent thrifted video that I had gotten, I think, for like maybe $3, and I spray painted it gold as well in it, so it's on either end of the mirror. Back to the table, I just have a few more items on here. I have this thrifted chinoiserie piece that I really like. I usually bring it out around the fall because it's got some really nice fall colors. And then this golden tray I had picked up from Ross a few years ago, and I just have it holding some of my bracelets, and then in the middle, this little jar here holds some of my rings. And then this is a reading nook for me, so over here I have this reading lighting that I had gotten from Walmart, I think either at the beginning of this year or the end of last year. And then I have, I bought my recliner here. I've had it in other places in my home. I've had it for quite a bit, and this is where I kind of sometimes do my reading, relaxation, and sometimes some editing as well. And then I have this throw, this light throw. It's one of my summer collections that I had picked up from TJ Maxx a few years ago. The curtains are some off-white blackout curtains that I picked up from Walmart, and I have it another set in this window over here. Let's see. This little seating area was a thrifted piece that I picked up for $1. I think it was last year, or it might have been the year before, and I have it here at the end of my bed. Lastly, I wanted to show my bed skirt that I made from some fabric. It's a little bit long, but it's out of the way and it hides all the junk that I have underneath the bed, and so that works. I had picked up the fabric. I think this yellow fabric came from Hobby Lobby in the spring. So I did say lastly, but this corner here is actually the last. So I have this wicker hamper that I use in this corner, and then I just have a small TV in that corner as well that doesn't get a whole lot of use, but nevertheless it's still there, guys. So this is my bedroom, and my moody bedroom, as I would call it, and that's how I've refreshed the space so far. I am going to flip it just a little bit and show you what I'm planning on doing with it for the colder months. And so here it is. All right, so this is what my plans are for the fall and winter in this space. I just switched out the throw pillows for these. I recently purchased some of this fabric from Joann's Fabric, and they were $4.99 a yard, and I picked up 3 yards. I used a yard for these 2 throw pillows that I sewed. I sewed the covers and used some filling that I had in my stash for those. And then the rest of the fabric I used just to cover the seating area here down at the base of the bed. So the rug that I'm using in this space is, I believe it's a 5x7, a rug that I had gotten from Ross some years ago, and I had it in another space of my home, and I thought it worked really nicely here instead, and so I brought it up here. And then I had this animal print throw that I've had for quite some time, and I just switched out my summer throw for this. And so guys, that is going to be the only thing really that I am doing in this space in terms of transitioning to the colder weather. So just a look and an idea, and I hope that inspires someone to, as they are doing refreshes and going from season to season, looking at ways that you can make it a little bit easier on yourself, where you're not doing a whole big transition that might take a lot of time and resources. And sometimes that could be a discouragement for refreshing your space. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning into this video. And I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.